It's been a while.
That it has.
It's been a while.
Because we've been kind of burnt out and lazy.
Uh-huh. Now with that Attitude Podcast, we're back.
We're back in black. I hit the sack.
Uh,
And the
No.
goblin from across the pond is here with us.
Yep.
Welcome back, Ozzy.
Hi.
We got a fun
Ah.
little topic
Hi.
today. We're going to talk about workplace stuff. Specifically things that, like, we all have, like, very different things that we do for our jobs. So it's kind of, we're going to discuss things that are, like, stuff that normally people not in our line, or at least to the general public, would not understand about our workplace and the struggles we deal with.
And I've got a completely new job, so this is going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what has been brought up and what you got going.
Yeah, you got like even cushy your office job now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, let's have you go first. I want to hear. How's it been
Oh,
so
God.
far? How's it been?
It's been good.
Okay.
I am technically what is called a new business consultant.
Okay.
So I work with Mass Mutual, and I deal with life insurance policies and disability insurance policies.
Okay.
And I'm basically the go-between for like the people that approve them and assign them, and the people that are like selling them. So it's been very interesting. I've been learning a lot of different like terms and whatnot, and the way things get approved and declined. It's a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm immediately imagining you in like a similar job scenario as Mr. Incredible from the first episode.
Right.
working for that insurance company.
I mean, I kind of, but no.
Uh,
I'm not the one that does the approving and declining, nor am I doing the selling. I'm
Yeah.
just the ones that are like talking to the people, like, hey, this is what your client needs to do, so that we can get this to the underwriters, so that
Right.
they can do the approvals or
Mhm.
declines.
Yep.
Not that we say that they're going to decline them, but you know. They also have like rating scales for these things, so you can get like a better premium or a
Okay.
worse premium depending on like your health measures.
Gotcha.
If you have like certain health conditions, they can make those like payments that you have to make worse or better.
Yep.
Mhm.
And also there's like a thing called fluid list, like you don't have to go get any labs done depending on
Yeah.
what your records say, which is interesting. So if you're 17 to 50 and up to 2 million for your life amount, which is like what you'd be insured for,
Okay.
and your like health like what your medical claims comes back as, your medical questions that you answer come back like matches what all that is, and then like you get like a record of your like prescriptions and your motor vehicle stuff, like if you had any wrecks or whatever, like we get records for all of that sent to the underwriters, and then they make like a decision to say, hey, if these all are good and they all match, you don't have to go get labs done, and we're going to give you this like really nice rating, so your premiums are lower, but you get better coverage, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting and a lot. I'm still in baby stage learning here. But it's different. Excuse me, it's different than what I've been doing, and it's a lot cushier.
Uh-huh.
I don't have to get up as much. I don't have a productivity base that I have to meet.
Well, that's good.
Welcome to the DMV.
You keep telling me that. Everything is just
Yeah.
welcome to the
Yeah, the
DMV.
favorite phrase. Not wrong, but the
It's
favorite
becoming
phrase.
his catchphrase at this point.
Hi, welcome to the DMV. Welcome to the DMV cast.
Literally.
New
And
spinoff.
everybody just keeps telling me I need to move up closer because of my commute.
But yeah,
Yeah, because going from Fair Oaks to fucking Maryland, I'm like, good.
Right.
Yeah. Because had I known your new office to be in Maryland, I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, I didn't even know it was going to be like this
Yeah.
all the time.
Uh,
Like, how the fuck was I supposed to know?
I mean, you knew the office was in Maryland, right?
I mean, I didn't know until I went to go interview.
Okay.
And then they were like, da, this is where this is. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, that, yeah, definitely a bit of a, like, a holy cow, but I mean, I guess, also,
Yeah.
you beggars can't be choosers at the end of the day.
Right.
No.
I mean, hour-long commute isn't terrible.
Yeah.
It's certainly not the worst.
Yeah, it's not the worst,
No.
but it's definitely not fun by any means.
Yeah.
No.
I just wish you'd like let me know
Yeah,
beforehand before you finalize.
right.
I'm like, wait.
Right? No, don't do it!
If I would have known that this would have been a thing, I would have told you.
Right.
But I didn't get this, like, acceptance until my birthday. Like, they called me on my birthday.
Yeah. But on the bright side, at least
And
you
then I was like-
get, like, a nice chunk of money, like, way more than you used to make, so.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 15,000 increase just
Yeah,
base, and then
yeah, that's
when I get
insane.
released from training, it's another 5, which would make it 20. And I'm like,
Right,
oh,
so, like, that's, like, you're balling now.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Right.
Welcome to the DMV.
And I just sat there and I was like, damn. And I know, like, some of that's because I have some, like, side experience,
Mhm.
but, like, damn,
Right.
I'm not used to being paid that much.
Right.
I don't know how to handle.
Now you're swimming in cash. Take a
See, now I'm
cash
trying to
bath.
think. So, like, what's your usual route going to and from work? Because if you're in Fair Oak, so I'm assuming you hop on 66 for a bit.
So 66 to 495, 495
Okay.
to 270.
That's what I figured. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Because I wasn't sure.
And the
if you were
worst-
like, uh-huh.
The worst part in the afternoon is going from 495 to 66
Yeah.
because nobody fucking knows how to merge in this area. Not a single goddamn one of you.
Yes. Imagine what I have to deal with because my job actually involves me being on the road all day.
Right.
Yeah, I feel so sorry. I'm so
Uh-huh.
sorry.
Now, I mean, the nice thing is though,
Yeah.
because like aside from in the morning when I start, and like mid-afternoon on my longer days when I'm wrapping up, because obviously, morning everyone's going into work, so obviously, you're gonna let headache there, and then of course, like mid-afternoon while the going home traffic is starting, you gotta have that little headache. But like majority of the middle of the day, it's fine because everyone's already at work. So
Right, because everybody's in their office.
yeah, right. So majority of the time
Yeah,
it's
no.
fine.
Yep.
Just the beginning and end,
The
really.
morning is absolutely fine. Like, I have no issues getting to work in the morning. It's like 40 minutes.
Mm.
No issue. Like, there's like maybe a little bit of a start stop going
Uh-huh.
from 495 to 270,
Mm.
but like
Yeah.
that's nothing. That's
Mhm.
like whatever. It's always
Yeah.
the going home because everybody's going home at the
Right.
same goddamn time, and I'm
Yeah.
like, go
Yeah,
away.
because with the direction you're going in the morning, obviously the majority of traffic is trying to get into DC because that's where the majority of the work. is.
Yeah, so I'm like skirting all of that.
Mm-mm.
But then you have obviously some work in Maryland too, but obviously the more affordable living is in like Woodbridge and below, or like Manassas further west. So I have
Yeah,
people
yeah.
coming from work in Maryland trying to get back down south and west.
Yeah,
So, yeah. Plus all the people coming out of DC to get back south and west as well.
yeah. So it's been interesting doing the commute.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm very tired. They did say that they would adjust my schedule to try to negate some of that, though.
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, they were like, we'll try letting you leave like a half hour earlier and see if that helps. And it helped a little bit. And then they're like, we'll try another hour if that doesn't do enough, like after the
Yeah.
holiday.
Because I mean, what is there like a set time when like the office actually opens, when like people actually come in, or can you like come in like just earlier, like what?
I mean, I
4 or
could
5
technically
a.m.?
walk into the building at like whatever time, but
Okay.
we don't technically start until I think 8, but I
Oh,
can
wow.
come in at like 7.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Yeah, because
So they said I could start at 7 if I wanted to.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because it was like a setup where like, I'll just come in super early, like 4 or 5 a.m. I can leave at like noon or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I wish. No,
Yeah, right,
I can't
yeah.
do that. They said I couldn't do like 6 to 2, but I could do 7 to 3.
Okay.
Okay.
which wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
But Fridays would always be an 8 to 3, was what I was told,
Yep.
Okay.
which is fine. We left at like 2, I think, Friday, and it was fine.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because usually, I mean, it used to be, or I mean, I guess it depends on the time of year, but like typically 2 o'clock is like, okay, if you want to avoid the majority of the shitstorm, you want to get on the road around then, because after 2 o'clock,
Right.
it's like, but now it's like, even like 1:30, it's like, god damn it,
Go away.
starting to hit. I'm like, come on now.
Yep.
But yeah, for the most part, it's fine. I don't really care about. It's not even like the distance that's the problem. It's literally just dealing with these motherfuckers that don't know how to merge.
Yeah.
Like, what's in my nerves? I'm sitting here like, y'all, if you would just let people over, we could go so much faster. I promise you. But no, everybody's got to get their spots on certain times. Anyway,
Yeah.
enough about me and my traveling woes.
Yeah. All right.
Next.
I'll say, what do you got?
For work, dude, I could rant about my job for a million years, and not
Right,
even
you're
like the actual job itself,
Yep.
but
just
the things that
people you
like,
deal with.
not even that. It's like, okay, so I work night shift in a warehouse for a very big chain supermarket, and to start off with, working night shift sucks in terms of, people invite you out. They invite you out in the middle of when you should be asleep. People generally
Yeah.
don't have like any sort of sense of respect for the fact that you would be asleep in the middle of the day. And like when you're like, oh yeah, I'm just tired because I haven't slept for checks my watch 16 hours. They're like, oh, that's so sad. Anyway, I have that. It's still retail, so retail sucks anyway.
Right.
The people that I work for are all sleep deprived. Not work for, but work with are all sleep deprived and tired and stupid. All the equipment is old, broken, and unsafe, and weighs
Oh,
like
good.
a ton and a bit. So when it tries to kill you, it tries to kill you.
Yep. My God.
But yeah, it's fucking rough out here for that job. I'll tell you that much. I literally
Yeah.
just did my knee in at that job,
Oh,
and I'm
God.
sitting here as we speak, looking at different jobs.
Honestly, fair.
Rough.
Oh man.
Dust off that red dress and red light.
Yeah, for real. I'm gonna go find myself a street corner.
All right.
I'm not sure who's gonna want me with the gammy ass leg that I have now, but I'll try anyway.
I mean, the giant that lives with you obviously still does.
Yep.
Dude, he's such a saint. He puts up with so much for me.
Yes, you and your like all the tism goblin energy.
All right.
Yeah, me and all my tism.
All your
Oh,
tism.
boy.
It's just the tism.
We're
Like,
just marrying into
like-
autism.
Like Ozzy out here with the Infinity Gauntlet of tism.
I do have that.
Yeah.
I have
I
like
do have
like all the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, right.
They're
All the
mental
different like
health,
types of autism
things.
you
Yeah.
can get. Snap my fingers, have a meltdown.
Yeah, right.
Mm. I mean, that wasn't the goal.
The goal is that I snap my fingers and one thing that overstimulates me disappears forever.
That would be better.
Yeah.
until something else shows up to replace it.
Right. You
Yeah,
should
and then I have to
gone
wait
for the
like 4 to
head.
6 business weeks to do it again.
Yeah, right. Gotta wait for that cooldown.
Yep.
It's the fighting ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I gotta wait for that ability cooldown and everything.
Just wait until my cooldown's done, Mowgli.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
have you waiting soon.
That was so funny. For context, everyone, we watched
Yeah.
the Jungle Book last
Yeah,
night because
last
I
night-
hadn't seen it.
Yeah, a few people hadn't, so I was showing it to them, and then like near the end, we were talking about Shere Khan. I like made some like crack about like Shere Khan being like a meta player or something like that. And then it just like
Yeah.
this whole derailed thing about like Shere Khan like having like different abilities that had cooldowns and whatnot.
Yeah, no, he's shrugging off all the other different animals in the
Oh yeah,
jungle because he
yeah.
because he put on his buffs beforehand.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, yeah, that's what it was. I was like, yeah, man, he must have good bleed resistance.
Like, oh, but you should have slotted in that fire resistance though, man.
Right.
Yeah, shame.
Yeah, like Shere Khan's a meta player.
Very experienced MMO player.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Very well known in the WoW community.
Right.
But that's why we were laughing about
Yep.
ability cooldowns.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, so Nick, what's
It's
some
still
of the stuff
funny.
you deal with? Got any fun stories for us even?
Um,
Shitty
just
drivers.
just me, threatening to run over my coworker whenever he suggests, trying to find me a girl.
Damn.
Oh, if I'd have known the conversation would be like this, I should have spoke about the crazy cat girl at work.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
the crazy cat girl.
She's still
Alright.
alive.
Ah,
Is she
so
still alive?
Yeah.
After all those threats?
Yeah, right.
After all this time.
Oh, man.
No. What did you lose? Everything.
Oh,
But yeah, no, my jobs. Some of y'all probably already know, but yeah, mine's easily the most laid back of everybody.
yeah, definitely.
and then that's certainly by choice.
Right.
Like, you're like, sure, I'm not making bank, but my time is way more important to me.
Yeah, it's
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 like-
having that work-life balance, and honestly, that's why I'm kind of glad with the job I have. Is like, it allows me to still live my life, but also like make enough money that I at least just get by.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, because I work for one of the higher end dry cleaners in our area, so we, in addition to residential, pickup and delivery, we also go to police departments, college campuses, hospitals, high end hotels, fucking Air and Space Museum, schools. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think we go to other few museums as well for their uniforms and such. Elementary and high schools for band or choir or attire and things like that. So
Mhm.
not just simple coming in with your fancy coat or whatever, or long dress for your wedding, just whatever.
Right.
But yeah, no, just go in the morning, get my route in order, load up my van, go out. Usually be done between 1 and 3.
Yep.
We do. I mean, so so the company doesn't like to use the term soliciting, but it's like, cut the semantics bullshit. We're soliciting because like, oh no, you're just going around telling them like, hey, we're in your area. We provide this free pickup delivery in your area. It's like, okay, sure,
That's soliciting.
we're sure the pickup
Right.
delivery is free and we're pushing that, but they still have to fucking pay for killing
Right.
to use the fucking delivery.
Right.
We're soliciting. Cut the crap.
Right.
You are selling your services.
Basically.
That is soliciting.
But yeah, that's the only annoying part of the job is not having to knock doors, try to get more customers.
Right.
Because and thankfully, the majority of communication with back and forth with customers is through text messaging, which is nice.
Thank God.
That's good.
Yeah, right. Now, I mean, they do tell us hey, come on, call, because we have a whole complex system set up to keep track of okay, when was the last time a customer used, and okay, there's been 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 180 days.
Yeah.
And we try to stay in touch with them and call them. It's hey, you're still signed up to the route and we're still in your area. These days, whatever. If you got anything, let us know. We're happy to stop by. Save your trip to the cleaners whenever you got.
Mm-hmm.
And then managing it that way, and then, of course, adding people on, adding people off, and just keeping everything in order and shit like that. But it's all nice and straightforward, nice and simple. Just the occasional nail in our tire that we gotta getting fucking replaced.
Go to the wrong
Huh?
dealership to get fixed. When you had to go to the dealership and they went to the wrong dealership.
Oh, that, yeah, god fucking damn it.
Uh,
Literally, the same, yeah, so same exact name dealership, I think even the street names are the fucking same. I'm like, how does that fucking work?
Well.
I'm like, god damn it.
so funny. I still remember that story, and I'm still laughing about it.
Right. Yeah, that was for our supervisors. No, because we obviously know we have like the work vans, the custom
Right.
custom set up work vans that we know load everything on. But then our supervisors, they have the nice
Special
little fancy
cars.
electric cars for zipping around because they go around to various different stores. Man, stuff there. If they got to go to the office for something, whatever, they got to help out another driver somewhere else. So they just have those more efficient vehicles and they'll zip around and do stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he needed me and my coworker to
Take
drop
care
off
of
the
that.
dealership out in Maryland for them one morning, and so my coworker's GPS took him to the right one, but it took me to another one like 30, maybe not 30 minutes, like 20 minutes further down the highway. I was
Oh,
like,
fun.
I get there, I'm like, where you at, bro? I'm like, I'm here, like, do you see the sign? Like, no, I don't see. Like, hold on, I'm like looking, I'm like, motherfucker!
Yeah, right.
Like, and I'm already checked in with the guy at the dealership. He's got the key and everything.
Oh my god.
Right. Now they haven't started working on anything. It's still in the drive-through.
Right.
So I'm like, oh shit, man. Like, so I go in the office, like, hey, I need the key back for the whatever car. It's like, oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, we went to the wrong one. So like, I'm looking around the office, is like, and I see the key all like on the desk. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I grab it and I go.
Yep.
And I get on the highway, making my way down to the correct one. I look on the dash, and I'm like, mother. Fuck, I'm punching the guy because like my actual key to the vehicle was sitting on the dash, so I
Oh
grabbed
my
someone
God.
else's key.
Yeah.
But I'm already most of the way there to the correct dealership.
Oh man.
But I get there and I'm like, ah, Petra, can you take this key and take it back to the dealership for me? Grabbed it by mistake.
Oh, that's
Well, like,
You
you
just
know,
had the
checked
best
in.
day ever
Right.
That was like
It's
a 1,000-year journey.
Yeah.
Right.
for a car.
Yep.
Like, never again.
Yeah, right.
Somebody else can do it.
Oh man.
Uh, but yeah, this as frustrating as it was still hilarious at the same time. That's what I say the
Right.
worst thing that's ever happened on the job. I can think of.
Yep. Oh,
Uh,
hey, since you do the like the drop it off, like do you ever deal with like I know sometimes you like send pictures of, like the various dogs, but do you ever deal with any crazy ones? Is the big question.
yeah, oddly enough, never had to deal with any crazy dogs.
Man, that's wild.
Right? Yeah, I'm shocked.
Right. I feel like you would have at least run into one, but that's insane.
Yeah, right.
But also a good thing.
Because
It's the very friendly cat.
Yeah, right.
yeah, right. Doing shedding all over me.
Your favorite.
But because I think there is one customer in Clifton. I think they have these two big dogs, but they're always in the house.
Yeah.
And obviously, they'll bark whenever anyone's showing up the door. But
Yeah.
I don't think they're mastiffs. I don't know. They're maybe mastiffs crossed with something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they're big fucking dogs.
Yeah,
And they're
just
just like
some kind of dog.
right, and then yeah, because like whenever I show up, they're on the window, barking their heads off, and I'm like, so if they were outside, like I'm like, I don't know about them.
Right.
But again, I've encountered other dogs before that, of course, I'll be barking in the driveway when I'm pulling up. But like when I actually like go and walk up, and I'm like, oh, come here, they're like, oh yeah, hell yeah, pets, and then they're fine,
Right.
right? But
Love
but
dogs
yeah,
like that so much.
right.
You're like, I'm gonna tell you, and you're like, who's a meme? And they're like, oh my god, it's
Oh,
me!
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm the baby, I'm the good boy. Give me a pat.
But man, no, I'm still fucking laughing about that one morning because I sent y'all that video of the guy that uses sheep to mow lawns.
Oh, yep.
Yes.
Yeah, right. It's like, cause I'm pulling up and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, are you kidding? This what? Fucking sheep
I mean, they
lawn
are
service
rich.
out here?
Right. I mean, welcome to the DMV, as you say.
Yeah, right. That was a new one for me. I've been here my entire life.
That's
I'm fucking
wild,
34.
dude.
I've never seen that shit.
I think the wildest thing I've seen in terms of like that kind of stuff is like, which even then it's a fairly common-ish thing, at least in some places, but like the one I've came across is a guy who actually uses his dogs to chase geese off of public lands and private lands.
Hmm.
which it's a little more common than like definitely sheep lawn mowing services, but
This is.
Yeah, no, ducks and especially geese are treated like goddamn royalty here. It's
damn.
like
Oh my
if,
god.
if even just one is crossing the road, everything's like, no, stop, stop. Everyone's just like it's like procession parade,
Literally.
like they just traffic is just full stop, just like
Stops.
no
It
messing
just
around.
stops.
Canadian goose crossing the road is like, no, you clear the way, clear the way.
No. Okay.
That's
So we
insane.
have 2 geese at our campus.
Okay.
Okay. They literally will walk in your way. They give 0 fucks.
Yep.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
has nobody like tried to chase you off? No? Okay, you're just gonna walk straight in front of these cars that are okay. Alright. Cool. I give them a wide berth and try to walk into the building.
Right.
Yes, DMV residents love the geese. They love the geese.
No kidding.
Right? Like squirrels, who cares? Deer, who cares? Possums, who cares? Raccoons, who cares? Foxes, who cares? Even beavers, who fucking cares? I'm like, god damn,
Even the beavers.
right?
And the beavers are more uncommon.
That is
Well,
such a
but-
random animal to be obsessed with.
right.
A goose, yeah.
Communally
Don't
like
know
agree is
why.
like the exceptional animal of choice. Like,
Right?
Out of anything you could have possibly fucking mentioned, like, I never would have guessed that you would have said goose.
right.
I don't know what it is. They are literally everywhere, but they will just stop. Everything
Like-
just stops so they can all look.
Because like, can't tell you how many times like I come across middle-aged white lady, like just hopping out of her car and like trying to quickly hobble and shoo the duck or geese across the street.
Oh my god.
Get beat up by the goose.
Try not to eat shit in their heels.
This family was like there as I'm walking around these geese, and the mom was like, "Oh, look at the geese! Look at the geese!" Like so excited about it. I'm sitting there like, "It's a goose.
Yeah.
It's not that exciting."
Right.
Like they are there every day. If you come back tomorrow, I swear to God, they will be here.
And down there, they just revere the goose gods, I guess.
Yeah, right. I don't know why. Don't know why. Jeez.
And last but not least,
Yeah. Yeah, it's
all right, go on, Tick. What do you got?
Yeah, I work in a dog daycare, and needless to say, my God, honestly, like, it kills dogs for you sometimes, man. Like, I'll be honest, like,
Yeah.
I reached a point where, like, I'm definitely gonna have a few more dogs throughout my life at some point or another. Like, you know, obviously, like, I'm planning to get a corgi with Pengu and a duck tolling retriever, and you know, maybe 1 or 2 more. But it's just one of those things where, like, I'm just kind of tired of dogs, man. Yeah, there's a lot of spoiled people, of course, and then you have, of course, the dogs themselves, which are like, some of them are dogs that, like, you know, I mean, it's a business, so kind of got to do the thing, but like, some dogs shouldn't be there, realistically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some dogs who honestly become so much of a problem that they actually have like ended up, you know, leaving just because like you know, like we've been able to do nothing else other than tell them, yeah, your dog is like doing this, and it's hard to manage it because that's something we just can't do.
Right.
And like, we had one dog who he used to be able to go in one of 2 pens, but he started being able to push out of them. And he actually, like, there was a time where like he one of the only pen he had left was the pen that he learned he could just shove his head through. Like, because if by like brute forcing it, and I was like, you know, like I was like, you know, we have walkie talkies to communicate to make things easier. I was like, guys, I know how Gibson's getting out. And the dude was just stuck in the gate out because like I heard him like kind of whining and struggling a bit. So I was like wondering if he was scratching at the gate. I was going over to like, I went over because I was in a different pen across from that pen. I was about to go over and like tell him to cut it out, but then like
Yeah.
see his whole ass pit bull head like stuck through that thing. I'm like, oh my God, Gibson. So he hasn't been back since, because also he's one of those dogs where if he gets like near another dog, it'll probably go very wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So
So has that little to no dog or dogging socialization.
yeah, because I think like from what I know of, like with him, it's he's very nervy, so then he just like suddenly lashes out really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So needless to say, he's no longer there, and we have like a bunch of other dogs. there's some dogs that are definitely mouthy and getting a little bad, and we're like, oh no. But I know, like, once that happens, like, shit's gonna get real if they actually draw blood at some point. But
Yeah, right.
and then, some of the dogs, honestly, I wish I had like some kind of like lemon spray, just a spray in their mouth every time they tried to like bite or nip. It's like just give them the lemon spray. It's like, oh, you're nipping now. Right, or just something. But yeah, anyway, it's like, we have dogs like that. Just like a lot of, and it just really shows like how little people actually train their dogs.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's like the most annoying part.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even just going out in public, you see it all the time, but like, especially at a dog daycare, there's so few people who actually like manage and train their dogs properly. And the thing is, they expect like us to basically be the place where like they get worked on, but we're a daycare, not a training facility. So like,
Exactly.
we
Right.
can't do that, And sometimes the people get all pissy, and like, the boss has to usually just be like, like, and he's all so many times said, just like, well, that's on them. That's an accountability issue for them, Like,
Right,
they
it's
gotta
not your
manage their own
job.
dogs, and we'll follow up with stuff if they have it, but like it's on them to manage their dog and make sure the dog already has the equipment to come in for that with that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, because I had to deal with a lot of the same shit at the daycare I worked at briefly,
Right.
a few years back. But like, the difference with that place, it was like too small for the number of dogs. No, this bitch had in there, and
Of course.
the and the
Yeah.
fucking holes and just like it. Because like, I mean, obviously we clean up messes as soon as they happen. So like the floor was more or less fine, but the kennel was just nasty and rusted and just like
Oh yeah.
no.
Hmm.
And I was like, and with, I mean, the majority of dogs weren't terrible,
Yeah.
but I mean, between how the owner managed the place and just the overall condition of the place, and just like, no, I'm out of here. Goodbye.
Right. Yeah. Like a lot of the dogs at the place are honestly pretty good, but there's definitely like a good handful too. They're like, they can get on your nerves real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me my girl is not one of them.
Now.
No,
Good.
she's the worst. She's absolute worst. She's an
Yeah,
absolute menace. No,
She's
absolute
actually
menace.
killed another dog before. Like she's a,
Yeah, right.
yeah, like literally like the one
Don't
dog that
tell
killed
me that.
Pulled out an
That-
AK-47 and just said, "Hey, fuck you."
Yeah, like this like tiny
Right.
ass Brittany Spaniel started like shredding all the other dogs with an AK. Like,
Yeah,
Oh.
she
She's
stood
so
on her
cute,
hind
though.
legs. She
yeah,
pulled out a rocket
and then she
launcher.
went to the nearest school and started shredding them there. Just to
Oh my
prove
God.
a point. The worst part is we have a school literally down the road from us.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's the local middle school for the town.
I think I remember
So
that
if one of the
school.
dogs ever went feral and whipped out a gun, then I mean there'd be some potential for danger there, unfortunately.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Don't tell me this about my girl. She's so cute.
Yeah, she's a cold-blooded killer. Well, there was one time she actually escaped though. She fucking made a break for it.
Yeah, I do remember you telling
Yeah,
me that.
she
Like,
got-
you were like, yeah, she made a break for it, and I was like,
Yeah.
no.
She went on a run, and like my god, and I mean, typical spaniel fashion. It took a while to get her ass, but finally
I
got
mean,
her.
yeah.
I think it
She had
lasted for,
places to be.
I think that lasted for like 3 hours of searching for that dog.
She had places to be.
Right.
Clearly.
Bitches.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like it's one of those things where like I feel like and I'm always probably gonna stay in the line of work with animals, but I feel like eventually there's gonna reach a point where like maybe when I move to PA, I might kind of find a different line of work or at least something of similar nature if I can maybe or whatnot. But I don't think I'd want to like work at like just a straight up daycare again. And even so,
Mhm.
my workplace is so exceptionally good to us to the point where like I'm not gonna ever find anything like that again. Realistically
right.
speaking, like we are treated very well there. And as a result, that's why I put in like my 110% because I would never do that for a place that doesn't treat me well. But like
Right.
this place deserves my 110, so I absolutely want to give them that. And I know I'm not gonna find that again most likely, but it's one of those things where like I just gotta figure out what I want to do. When I move to PA someday and go from there. I'll probably still work with animals though. Just I gotta find out what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, what
I
the
do like that he was like, just open a franchise down there.
Yeah, right.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a funny guy. Like my boss is really entertaining. Of course, also it's one of those things where I feel like there's that potential that he might actually be interested in expanding. So if he actually did seriously come to me with that someday, I probably would be open to it. Which honestly I wouldn't complain about because then I'd at least be partially in charge or I'd be managing it. So if that was the case,
Yeah, you'd have some control.
yeah, basically. But yeah, it's definitely it's a good time. And I'm definitely gonna miss it when I leave someday. But it won't be for a while anyway, so don't have to worry about it
Yeah.
too much right now. But yeah, so that's actually time too. So perfect timing.
Well,
We
here
did
before
it,
we
guys.
well
Yeah.
here before we go real
Oh
quick,
yeah.
just to like kind of go back to
Yeah.
no poor working conditions.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah. So the to the maybe one or two people listening to this.
No.
Right. We,
um,
we always got to teach a lesson in this cast.
yeah, right.
In this casting of the
So
pods.
don't I know there's a lot of cases where like you feel like you're stuck in your in a crappy job situation, but just know that hey, even if you because I know like the biggest hurdle to leaving a job is like, oh, I'm gonna have a hard time finding a new job that pays the same or more than what I'm already
Hmm.
making, and it's like da, da. And like hey, I get it, but your physical, mental, emotional health is more important at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So get if if the environment's too toxic, abusive, whatever it is, get the hell out of Dodge. Just take a little pay cut for a while. You can build that back up later. Okay, just modify your budget for a while and get back to where you were before. But main
Yeah.
thing is like you gotta fucking take care of yourself. That's got to be the priority. All
Yeah.
right.
And if you're in a situation where, say, you are basically living paycheck to paycheck and have nothing in savings, still try and look for other work as soon as possible and just really keep up on the going and trying to get interviews and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it means like doing it, behind your, like, or just kind of like on the side. And,
Right.
just make sure you try and find something that you feel is going to be a good environment for you. Again, workplace abuse is it's no joke, dude. Like, it's not good for you. So try to do your best to find that balance in your life, and it's gonna be hard, but it's doable.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And like and whether it's no workplace abuse or if they're just taking advantage of
Right.
your hard work ethic and whatnot. Because again, I had a similar thing. I've told y'all before. A similar
Yeah.
thing back when I worked at Safeway. Because on top of not being able to win with the customers ever, no matter how good of a fucking job you did on their car,
Yep.
like you can never fucking win with the customers because they're having to paying all hundreds or even thousands of dollars to get their windows and windshield replaced.
Hmm.
Just can't make them happy. No
Right.
winning there. And then on top of that, long hours, and then and like and of course myself and the rest of the other techs in the shop are all fucking stressed out, annoyed, and that builds over time and over time. We ended up and we inevitably occasionally get into fights with each other,
Yep.
right? And then when I like got to the point where I could I showed them I can be a tech and work the front end, so I had that additional skill sets. So like, hey, we can send you out different stores, help out them for certain days and whatnot. And then and so again, taking advantage of my work ethic, and then at the time I should have known. Okay, if you're gonna send me to the stores, y'all need to pay me more, okay? But I was a little too timid at the time. But hey, now I know better.
Right.
But regardless of your whatever your bad environment is, your job, just hey, geez, don't be afraid to dip, because you need to you got to take care of you first, okay?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. And
My
again,
new
I
Most
know.
office
workplaces
literally
will
has
not
to
take
tell
care of
me
you.
to take my whole 45-minute lunch.
Yeah, and I know it's intimidating with how the world is, how expensive it is to go into this,
Hmm.
knowing that you could very well be losing out money and even potentially like a roof over your head. But still, like, try and also make sure you have a support system too, if it really came down to that extremity. I hate to say it, that extremity barely happens as much as people seem to believe. It's a fear mongering thing, to be quite honest.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not to say it doesn't happen. It happens plenty, but not enough to the point where to the extremity people have pushed it out to be. Just know that you just try and find people who will have your back and can hold, maybe hold you up for a little bit, and just try and work on that and work on getting yourself in a situation where you're going to be all right.
100%, 100%.
Yeah,
It's never worth it.
yeah, it's really never worth it
Uh,
to just deal with that kind of thing where it's like your life is just effectively the shittiest life because of work. It's like
hmm
again, it's always gonna be hard, but try and find that balance and just try to aim for that.
Yeah, because like, and even with as laid back as my current job is,
Right.
because we have like our weekly meetings over Zoom, and of course they go over the usual stuff. It's like, hey, go really, pushing us to get as many door knocks as possible and soliciting and whatnot, and call when I call people, and make sure to keep them using the round and all that jazz and whatnot,
Right.
and having us trying to quote unquote encourage us to do all this put all this extra effort, but okay, like, look, you get what you pay for, and you're not paying as much. So it's like, oh, but you get like the bonus, your weekly bonuses for knocking a certain number of doors, and your retention for managing around stuff like that, and and of course you get your commission from every bag you pick up. But like, it's still breadcrumbs, dude. It's still fucking breadcrumbs.
Basically.
Get the fuck over yourself. Get the fuck over yourself, okay?
Like that bonus could actually is only gonna get me a loaf of bread. Actually, like
Yeah, they're right. One fry from a Happy Meal.
Right.
Right from it. God damn it.
Yeah, because again, I tell my coworker all the time, it's like, I mean, obviously, and now this isn't to say like, oh no, just be lazy in your job and do whatever. It's like, no, because like,
Right.
if you're employed, if someone hires you, you need to fulfill your duty and do your
Right.
job.
Yeah.
Now,
But don't be the favorite.
Yeah, don't be the person
That's
who,
what
don't be the favorite.
don't bust your ass for a place that doesn't care about you. Like, you could literally die the next day and they'd replace you so fast. Like,
Right.
don't be
Yeah.
the person who gives your all to a place that isn't going to give you, the what you
Anything.
deserve. Yeah.
Yeah, because like unless your employer like actually like shows like actually does give out fitting rewards or fair like opportunities to move up for your hard work. Okay, yes,
Absolutely.
fine, yes, obviously 110%, go for it.
Yeah.
But if there's nothing like that, then just go in, do the job you're hired to do, and don't let them pressure you to doing more.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're going to pay you more to do more, all right? Unless they're going to pay you more,
Yeah.
all right?
If you have
Don't break your
performance-based
back for them.
bonus, 100% work your
Yeah.
ass off if you have performance-based bonuses.
Yep.
But other than that, there's really no point.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You will become the favorite, which means you will be asked for every ounce of overtime, and then you
Yep.
have to work so much harder than everybody else because you did it last week, so why can't you do it this week?
Mm-hmm.
It's really not worth it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if possible, try to set those boundaries early too. If going into a job,
Mm-hmm.
it can be a little harder. And again, they may very well try to push, but there are times where you should definitely put your foot down. And but
Right.
also, obviously, there's things where sometimes you just have to suck it up and appease them a little. It's just
Yeah.
it's finding that balance of it and figuring out how to work around it, and especially working with depending on the people you're working with and who's the
Mhm.
manager and stuff like that.
Exactly.
It's all
I like
Well,
to wait
and
until
if you
just after
have-
the probation period to start acting up.
yeah.
If you have a shitty ass manager that does things that are borderline HR, like probably should report,
Yep.
keep a
Mhm.
list
Yeah, keep a
of
list.
date, time, and when it
Yeah.
was said.
Exactly. Yeah.
Keep that evidence.
Jot that
keep
shit
a
down.
list. Like heck,
Record
take
that shit on your
screenshots.
phone.
Absolutely, and make sure you send that all in. Like here's the thing, persistence is key. A lot of people they make the excuse of like, oh well, we've tried to do it. It's like, have you tried enough though? You got to maintain persistence with that kind of thing.
Yeah, you gotta be annoying
Mhm.
about it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
actually got to like pester HR beyond belief to get anything done, and maybe it won't be necessarily satisfactory the first time, but the more you keep doing it repeatedly and repeatedly, the more they're going to take it seriously because then they're like, okay, now this is causing such a problem that there's actually issues like where it's affecting the workplace.
It's a repetitive
Now we're gonna
issue.
look
Exactly,
into
yeah.
it. Yeah,
Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
absolutely.
HR have a love-hate relationship with the paper trail as well, because they love it because it makes their job easier, but at
Right.
the same time makes it harder because they actually have to do something if you have proof of
Exactly.
anything. So
God
if
God
you
forbid
can
you
get a
do your
paper trail-
job.
Right.
Yeah, God
Yeah.
forbid you do your job, but if you can ever get a paper trail, always get a paper trail. Never take a phone call from somebody that you're beefing at work for whatever reason. Like do
Mhm.
emails, text messages, whatever. Don't take a phone
Mhm.
call. Don't have an in-person meeting if you can avoid it, and if you can't, record it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is all. That is all I got.
Yeah.
Yes. That is your wisdom for the day.
Yeah.
Take it how you will. Anyway. That was good. We had a nice long break.
Right.
All right. Alright, we finally came back on nice and refreshed. Nice
Oh,
constructive conversation. Love it. Love
Right.
it.
Yeah, I'll
Yep.
see you guys in like 6 months.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
And with
7 to
that,
10
we
business
shall-
months.
and with that, we shall close it out. Farewell, everybody.
See you
Bye.
guys.